One of the hardest things for me to do is to plan for the future, yet live in the present moment. God wants us to have a plan. He wants us to have a plan for our health. How are we going to stay healthy? He wants us to have a plan for our ministry. What is He calling us to do, and how are we going to fulfill that? He wants us to have a plan for our kids and how to take care of them and how to grow them spiritually. He wants us to have a plan in our marriage, how we're going to grow and prosper. Are we going to have a plan, and how are we going to grow with Him? How are we going to get closer to Him? He wants us to have plans. But He doesn't want those plans to inhibit us from living fully in the moment, because that's when we miss things. When we plan so many details about the future, we don't leave room for Him to speak to us, to turn us when we're going right, to turn us to go left. He wants us to be able to take care of ourselves with the tools that He's provided us with, but yet He doesn't want us to live so that all those things get accomplished. He wants us to live in the moment, listening to Him, hearing Him, allowing Him to move us forward 3 steps. And then if He wants to change the plans that we've made, then He can do so, because we're not set on the plan that makes sense. We're set in a God that is literally the one that has us in the palm of His hand, and He is the one that gives us life. So that is so hard for me to live having that plan in place and knowing where I'm going and what makes sense, but yet holding it so loosely in my hand that if He says, scrap the plan, we're going over here where there's no plan, that I'm okay with that. So I hope that encourages you today to have a plan. Don't just walk through life willy-nilly, but actually have a plan for your life, but allow God to change that plan, maneuver that plan to where it always falls under His covering and His hand, and you will be exactly where you want to be, when you need to be there, and how you need to get there.